Hey guys, we are Jin Sook Kwak Trio, and my name is Jin Sook Kwak. I'm a pianist.
My name is Brendan Keller-Schuberg. I play the bass.
My name is Francis Bassadilli. I play drums.
We brought you guys an album called Existence. Hope you guys enjoy. So I've been preparing this album for since when I started learning jazz, and then I've been composing all those songs. It's about my grandparents, how much I care for them, and it's about my faith and about love. So the title called In the Air, I was in the airplane, and then I saw the sky, and it was just so beautiful, and I was a little bit scared of being in the air. So that's how that tune was made. So yeah, lots of different life period and the people that I met, favorite to play. The Existence melody is really fun to play, but it's hard to solo over. But the melody is just so fun to play. I really encourage all those pianists or drummers or bassists to play all of those melodies and arrange whichever you guys like. But I Love You, Mio and Harry. It's very emotional, and yes, so I like to play. And then also I really like to play 153, and also I really like to play In the Air.
Begins listing all of the songs.
They're all quite fun. Yeah. The two, probably, if I was to say right now, probably In the Air and Existence. There's a lot of room for a lot of cool communication to happen in the band spontaneously, and a lot of fun moments in particular for the drums. So thanks for writing those, because they're really fun. Yeah, so.
I'd have to agree on In the Air. I think one of my favorite things about Jin Sook's writing is it takes a lot of turns that the listener may not expect. And I think that tune does a really good job of exploring both maybe the ups and the downs, pun not intended, of being in the air and traveling internationally, which is both Jin Sook and I being international students at first when we came to America, and me continuing to be an international student. That's something that I relate to a lot. So I really enjoy playing that one. Existence as well is an incredible challenge on electric bass. There's a few lines that I really had to spend some time with, but there's something, I think the character of that song teeters between kind of this really dissonant and chromatic, unhinged kind of sound and something that's really pretty and melodic, and the way that it goes in between those two things is really fun and playful, I think.
Yeah, they really know my songs, my pieces very well, and how I intended all those. So Brendan and Francis, they suggested, hey, how about this, and then I genuinely liked all those ideas. So yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I really love playing both upright and electric, and you hear both on the record. I couldn't pick a favorite. I remember when I started on bass guitar, and when I first moved to upright, I hoped that I could transfer all of my playing personality and all of my mannerisms from bass guitar onto double bass. But I realized quite quickly that there's different characters and different things, masks that I can put on. And so different musical situations call for different things. In particular, there's a lot of textural variety that I can get out of playing a double bass, especially when you put the bow in the mix, and you'll hear that especially on In the Air. But there's a kind of dexterity that I get out of playing the bass guitar that simply wouldn't be possible on the upright, which is why I ended up choosing that for Existence. Yeah, I couldn't choose.
So we met at school, and then we've been knowing each other for almost 3 years. Francis is going to be senior already.
Yeah.
Can't believe. I met him when he was freshman. And then Brandon and I got to know, got closer when he came to Bloomington the second time, right, for his doctoral. And then we started playing together, and then we just clicked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all students or past students of the Jacobs School of Music, which is in Bloomington, Indiana.
For my a performer did for my recital. So I asked them, hey, can you play for my recital? And yeah, so it was 2 years ago, almost.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago. So this music, one thing, we've only had a couple of rehearsals in the last week to put this music together again, but it is something that's kind of been dormant in me and Francis's subconscious for a while because we worked it up to performance level. Yeah, one and a half something years ago. So it came back quite naturally.
There's a lot that I could say, but I'd say like in terms of style for this, the musicians that I drew the most inspiration from are the drums. Drummers Marcus Gilmore, Roy Haynes, Kwaku Sumbri, I would say are the main three. All three of them have a really unique approach to everything they do, kind of. But a thing that overlaps is like all three of them have very unique orchestration within time and within solo ideas and just general like language of the drum set. So I try to kind of take that inspiration because they've each done a lot of music kind of in a similar style to this, particularly Marcus Gilmore and Kwaku Sumbri, and just kind of trying to take some of that language and some of their ways of conceptualizing things, interpreting melodies, and playing with people and supporting the rest of the group were all things that I checked out a lot. They were able to help me kind of get a direction.
I really like, so it has to start with Herbie Hancock, and like my melodical ideas are from Keith Jarrett, how he composed, how he play, and also like some harmonies. I really want to sound like Bill Evans, but also this modern jazz pianist like Aaron Park and Brad Meldau, of course, and Vijay Iyer. I mean, it's really hard to sound like him, but I'm trying to have some ideas from his music, and Taylor Ice-T, and yes, all like Tigran, all his rhythmic ideas. But with all that, I want to create like my own music too. Yeah, and I think this is really good start. That hey, this is my compositions, and I want to share with you guys. And, yeah.
Totally.
Similar to Jin Sook, I think that my primary inspiration for playing in this kind of counter-melodic fashion, I like to use both the extreme high and low registers of the bass. A lot of that comes from Scott LaFaro, who's the first bassist in the Bill Evans trio. And these days, I think people like Larry Grenadier or Joe Sanders, or also Linda Mahan-O. There's an Australian bassist called Helen Svoboda, who I am absolutely in love with, and we'll cut that out. And yeah, a lot of her approaches to extender techniques and playing harmonics or false harmonics on the double bass, I draw on that a lot. And I find that it gives an atmosphere or a feeling to the music that I can't access in any other way.
So since this is our first time as this trio, I'm gonna try my best to really like spread this music to all of you guys. And started from here, Bloomington and Indiana, and I was in Texas, so maybe we can perform in Texas. And just we are very eager to play music for whoever, to listen this album, and we'll try to be there with your support and your love.
We'll give that experience of everything that the album is. And it's like a presentation of a vision of Jin Sook's, and then we can do it in a way that gives anybody who's listening like an interesting, exhilarating, and tender, and definitely insightful kind of ride. Would you agree?
Yeah.
It's kind of the vibe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it makes you think about life, Because a lot of the questions, a lot of the titles are kind of, they're either like maybe in reference to a question about life. Like, existence. It's like, man, that could be so much, So it's just like one way that we all can kind of collectively give a certain perspective on that.
One thing that I would be excited about continuing to play this music in a live setting is that because all of this music is so spontaneous, as we continue to play it, we'll access more and more hidden passages or corners in the music that we haven't uncovered yet. So the music will continue to evolve. So the more we play it, the more different and hopefully the better it will sound.
Yeah, exactly. Live is always fun, always good. So yeah, we want to perform in live too.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I really hope you guys enjoyed this album. Thank you so much.